Alright, it's finally time to take this bus home and start working on it, turning it into a tiny house. It's going to be a little nerve-wracking. This is the furthest I'm going to be driving this thing so far. It was a little nerve-wracking the first time, but now I am on my own. So I'll check in once I get to my destination. Where the hell did he put the key? Alright, this is more for my documentation than for YouTube, but here's the empty bus. Did some basic sketching on the floor here just to get an idea as to how the layout is going to be. We've got entering in from the front door. It's going to be a dining room table right over the wheel well. There's going to be a little bit of space over there, dining room table, and the bench for the dining room table on this side. Right behind the driver's seat, there's the wheel well, which is going to have a box mounted over that, and we're going to have the stove and possibly refrigerator right there. Here is the kitchen counter. Kitchen cabinets, sink in the corner, more cabinets over here. Right behind the kitchen counter, we have a shower and a toilet. And then this is empty space. This is the living room area. The couch is going to have to go on this side by the emergency door. And the TV will go up on that end. And then just past the living room, there is a dresser that's going to be built up on a box over this wheel well. That's going to come up to 4 feet high, right about there. And then I'll probably build boxes all the way up to the ceiling. There's another dresser over here. Alright, this one is going widthwise against the wall. It's going to be 31 inches wide by 18 inches deep by 48 inches high over that wheel well. This one is going this way over the wheel well. The same dresser, 31 inches wide by 18 inches deep by 48 inches high. And that will come out to here. Leaving this a narrow pathway. Here's the corner of Ria's bed. Ria's bed will go into the corner this way. And there will be room over here for stuff. For getting dressed, doing whatever, having stuff around, the cat, maybe even a place for the cat, but there'll be that. And quite possibly keep this bench for her. I don't know yet. I'm still debating, because her bed will come to here. But of course it will be this high. So this is a possibility. Keep that bench. Not the back of the bench, just the seat part of the bench. It's a thought. And then up here, this is going to be all insulated. Foam insulation here. And up here to deaden some of the sound and the heat, but also so Ria has a lounge area where she can watch TV up in that corner. Look out the window, she can draw, do whatever she needs to do from here. She has already started to graffiti which is a good thing. Wow. All right. So, not exactly sure what I'm filming, how I'm filming this. This is a brand new camera. It's one of those 360 cameras, so once I get things going a little bit better, you're going to have a 360 view of what's going on. But for right now, just have it facing forward, wide angle. This is the bus, empty. Those are the puppy dogs. They're here to help me out today. So this is just an experiment with this camera. Using this little camera here for the first time ever. So I'll be cutting back and forth between shots from my cell phone, like you're getting right now, and images from this camera here. Now this is one of those 360-degree cameras. It's got lenses on both sides. It goes and pieces the whole thing together. But I'm only shooting it right now just out of the front lens. It is a wide-angle lens, so you should be able to see everything going on in front of this lens here. I don't know how it's going to come out. I still have to download the editing software and see if I can get that to work on my computer. And then I got to splice all this stuff together so you guys have some sort of a coherent video and not just chunks and bits and pieces from my cell phone. Liquid nails is no joke. Now this bus is fairly new, so the liquid nails is still really strong in here. I've seen other videos where they just grab the floor and they can peel it right up and it just comes right up. Now I don't know if that's because the plywood is still good, because I noticed the areas that's got a little bit of dry rot, it just pulls right up. But everything else is such a hard thing. And then of course, trying to cut it, I got a utility knife, no blade. So I have to go to the trusty old tin snips. But yeah, this is gonna be a while. All right, so what I've noticed here is that the plywood is bolted to the ground, or bolted to the frame, or to the floor of the bus. I'm hoping just around the edges. So with the liquid nails adhering that rubber floor so hard, so strong, I don't think I'm going to peel up the whole floor. I think all I'm going to do is just expose these screws and pull them out, and hopefully there are not any screws down the center, because man, I'll be here for 3 weeks just trying to pull this rubber floor up. Like I said before, liquid nails is no joke. So, turns out after all that I'm going to have to peel up that entire floor. The plywood that they laid down isn't in full sheets, which would have been simple. The bus is 7.5 feet wide. If they just cut 6 inches off the edge of the plywood, 8-foot sheets, 4x8, they would have been able to lay sheet with only a couple of little cuts. Why they did it the way they did is beyond me, but I've got multiple sets of screws in order to try to get this this plywood up. So prying, hammering is the only way that we're going to be able to get this thing up. It's tough. My shoulders don't have a whole lot of strength. They're screwed. So it's taking a lot of back work, a lot of muscle, a lot of legs. Doing a lot of leg work in here too. So anyway, I'll time lapse this.